If you want to learn about my Chinese medicine experience and how it cleared my acne in 5 days, then keep on watching. Hey everyone, I'm Amy and I'm on a mission to have a healthy skin, a healthy mind, and a healthy body. In today's video, I'm talking all about my Chinese medicine experience and how it helped me to clear my skin in 5 days and what is happening now. So I believe it was about mid-April and I decided to try out a Chinese medicine doctor. This is something that I've been thinking about for years, but the whole insurance thing just never really was clear to me, and I was worried that I would have to pay a lot of money out of pocket. But thankfully, that wasn't the case. I found a Chinese medicine doctor who took my insurance, and I just began going. I went in for one treatment, and I actually went with no makeup on, and the entire reason for this treatment was to help my acne, but they did have me fill out a form that asked a ton of questions, and I answered everything honestly, obviously. And I mentioned my anxiety, my digestion issues, my acne, of course, being like the number one thing that is my biggest priority. So I went in and I spoke to the doctor about my symptoms, and I showed the doctor all the supplements that I was taking and all of that stuff. Mind you, this is the first time I've ever experienced Chinese medicine. The doctor had me lay down on the table/bed thing, and it's very similar to like a massage table. And the doctor had me stick out my tongue, and he looked at it, and then he took my pulse on my left and right wrists, and that was kind of interesting for me. Then he placed acupuncture needles in certain areas of my body. This was very nerve-wracking for me because I thought it was going to be really painful. Like, I didn't know what to expect at all, but it actually wasn't that painful. So he stuck needles at both my ankles, both of my elbows, and then around my belly button. He put 3 around my belly button to help with, I guess, the digestion, whatever else is happening in my belly. And then he put one at the very top of my head. And then he dimmed the lights very low. There was like just 2 orangey warm lights in the room. And I laid on the table. Oh, and he hooked something like a vibrating machine or whatever. He hooked the cords of it to the needles that were on my belly button around that area. And he did play some instrumental music, and that was really, really cool, really relaxing. And I basically just laid there for about 30 minutes, and that was pretty relaxing. I was forced to relax, and that was nice. He told me to do some deep breathing during the session, and I was really relaxed by the end of it. So after 30 minutes, he came back in the room, removed the needles, and talked to me about my symptoms again and all of that stuff. And then he said that I didn't have to continue using the supplements that I was taking, and he recommended some vitamins for me. So the vitamins he recommended were a multivitamin, magnesium to help with my anxiety but also with my digestion, a super B complex. This is for like energy and overall health. I really don't like this at all. Like, I don't like the taste of it at all. So I don't take it as often, which is, I know, bad, but that's what he wanted me to take. Vitamin D3, which I have no issues taking. And then he gave me these Chinese herbs in pill form, which are not that bad. At first, I was like really like thrown off by the smell and the taste of them. And I still kind of am when I open a new bottle, but for the most part, they're okay. At first, I was taking 20 of these pills 2 times a day. So I was taking a total of 40 pills a day, which was a lot for me. But I did that, and I had to do that for 5 days, and that was just like 1 bottle's worth of pills. And I actually went back to do the same exact thing 2 more days after that first day. On the second day, he actually gave me a cream to apply to my skin that he made himself, but that cream I think was for inflammation and stuff like that, but it really dried me out and like created more texture on my skin. I still have a little bit of it left, but it also like really burns my eyes, and I couldn't sleep with it anymore because I would just be crying. My eyes would just water every single night. But back to these pills, this is exactly what I think cleared my acne up within literally less than 5 days. Like, it was amazing. Within the first day, I could notice a difference. The second day, I definitely noticed a difference. Like, everything was just kind of shrinking and flattening and getting smaller and all of that good stuff. And by like the 4th day, I was just amazed with the results. I was so happy. Like, with someone who has struggled with acne for so long, it was so great to finally see something work so fast. It was amazing. So I think that these pills really helped to detox my body. He didn't explain too much about Chinese medicine to me, but he did mention that there was heat in my stomach, which I don't think is a good thing. But these pills, along with everything else he prescribed for me to take, definitely helped move along my digestion and helped me overall. And yeah, I basically had no breakouts within less than 5 days, which was amazing. He also told me to not consume any more sugar. Like, that was one thing that he said on the first day. He's like, do not eat added sugar as far as like candy and like soda and ice cream and all those things. He just was like completely against it. And he told me not to eat as many spicy foods, which I don't really eat a ton of, but I still enjoy them every now and then, so I was fine there. But the sugar thing is something that's like really hard for me because it's in everything, literally. Like, it's worse than dairy. Sugar is in literally like everything. And that's something that I've really struggled with. So while I enjoyed my experience with Chinese medicine, it is something that I've decided to stop doing because I want to find a functional medicine doctor that will help me really like target what is wrong with my body. Like, I want to know, you know, what's wrong with my stomach, if I have any issues there. Like, I really want to know if I have an autoimmune disease, like what is really happening with my body. I want my blood to be tested. I want all of that stuff. So that's the big reason why I've decided to stop going to my Chinese medicine doctor, although I loved my experience and I loved acupuncture and just being able to sit there and relax and all of that stuff. I just want something a little bit more now. So because I've stopped going and because I'm down to my last bottle of this Chinese medicine like mixture, I have been getting breakouts here and there again. And that's to be expected, but I really believe that it's really like a mixture of things that are wrong with me, which is why I want to go to a functional medicine doctor to really get to the core of it. But I say that if you have like minimal acne and you haven't had a long history with it and you want to try Chinese medicine now to help with it, I definitely say go ahead and go for it. I think that it's really just like an overall body healing experience and not just like, you know, one thing. But yeah, the sugar thing was definitely the hardest thing for me. It's still really hard for me. I have cravings like really bad, and it's something that I feel like isn't completely realistic in, you know, in America nowadays to completely give up sugar because I don't know, it's hard missing out on certain things and completely changing your diet altogether, but it is healthier for you overall. If you are thinking about trying out Chinese medicine for any reason, I definitely say go for it and see how you feel about it. Everyone's different. I'm very thankful for the experience, and I'm very thankful that I now know I need to take certain vitamins because before I was taking only supplements, and vitamins are really, really important. So that's a big plus for me. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and I hope that you learned something new. Please let me know if you have any questions or comments down below. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.